Today I'm going to see if I could go from World Class 5 to FC Champion and head-to-head in 5 hours or less. To start, I will have this all gold team, but for every opponent I beat in head-to-head, I will get to steal one player from my opponent's team and put them into mine. This will be a fun challenge, let's see if we could do it, but with that being said, let's get into it. Alright, here's the gold team that we're starting off with. I have it filled with base gold players from the new FC Mobile updates. Hopefully by the end of the challenge, our team will look a little bit like this, but for now, this is what we are rocking with. So let's get into our first head-to-head match to see if we could get a player to steal. And as we do, I'm just going to show you really quickly. It's currently 3:46 p.m. on Thursday, which means at 8:46 p.m. on Thursday, that's when the challenge will end. But let's get into our first match. Alright, here is our team. We're running that 4-3-3 attack, and what does our opponent's team look like? Wow, they have some very good players. I would love to get Shevchenko or Kaká if we win this match. No, that was a horrible mistake. Are they going to capitalize? Yeah, they are. All right, Mbappe on the ball here. Perfect. Going to try to lay it through to Salah. Salah is away. Can we finish off this goal this time? No, they got the ball, but back to Salah. Can he finish it off? Yes, he can. We're tied up. I'm going to cut back and try to hit the finesse shot. Can we do it? Just barely. In the 83rd minute, we took the lead. And that is the end of the match. We have secured the win, which means we get to steal one of their players. Okay, so this was the team that they were rocking with, the 4-3-3. They do have two players, as I said, Kaká and Shevchenko, that I'd love to get, but I think I'm going to have to go for Shevchenko so that I have a pacey forward. But with that win, we could now upgrade one position, and we will put Shevchenko there at striker. He is now gold rank and level 30 training as well, and with that, his stats are looking absolutely insane. 180 pace, 186 shooting, 170 dribbling. He was a great addition to get right out the gate, but let's now get back into another match to see if we could get another upgrade. And this match is going to be really important because if we could win it, it then sets us up for a 3-in-a-row win streak, which for this challenge will reward us with one extra player to steal. So if we win 3 games in a row, we will get to steal 2 players instead of 1. But let's now get into this second match. Our opponent's team rather, looks pretty good. They have Ribéry, Vitinha, many great players. Let's see if we could take one of them off them. Wow, okay. Good goal. I've had literally no possession of the ball the entire match. Alright, ball here to Shevchenko. Skill move, get around them. Good. We finally have a decent player to use, and that should be a goal there. Yes, it is. We are now tied up. No. And unfortunately, that's the end of the match. We lost our game. Let's see if we could win the next one. Here is my next opponent's team. They have one player from the new event, as well as Petit and a few others. Let's see if we could take one of them off them. Perfect. We're getting close. Can we finish it off here? Right foot. Yes, we can. 1-0. And that's the end of the match. I was somehow able to hold on. Let's now take one of their players. So their team was decent, but the only player I really want to take off them is the Ballon d'Or Vinny at left wing. So I'm going to replace our current Vinny with the Ballon d'Or Vinny. We're now up to a 94 overall, but having 2 great players up top will make a huge difference. Let's now get into another game where we could hopefully get a better defender or midfielder. Here is my next opponent's team, and oh my, I would love to get their George Best. Hopefully we could get him, or Zidane. They give it back to Shevchenko though. Can we get the finesse shot off? Yes, we can. 1-0 up. How did he just nutmeg my player? No. Can we somehow score from the corner here? Oh my, what a header from Saliba. We're now 2-1 up. No, that's not... No. And unfortunately, that's the end of the match. We lost 3-2. But because I do have some star shields protecting us, we're now up into World Class 4. Let's get into the next match. Hopefully this time we could actually win and take one of their players. Here is my opponent's team. They have a lot of decent players, but none of them are trained up. So hopefully we could actually win this match this time. All right, Vinny here up to Bellingham. Bellingham good. Can he spin and play a ball through to Vinny? Yes, he can. What a ball. And we're going to go across now. Can we finish it with Shevchenko? Yes, we can. What a goal. 1-0. No. Alright, if we manage to win this match, maybe we have to go for Ta. Let's now do the age-old cutback, finesse shot. There you go. 2-1. We have to keep this lead. Can we hit the counter one more time? Yes, we can. Vinicius is away. Come on, use that pace. Perfect. It gets around both defenders. I'm now going to sweat it this time. Across. There you go. That should secure us the win. 3-1. And that's the end of the match. We won 3-1. Let's now go choose our player. So looking at their team, they had a few decent options, and I would consider Ibarbo if he wasn't a League Exchange exclusive. So instead, I'm going to go for Jonathan Tah, as we talked about, in the center back position. Alright, so Jonathan Tah is going to be added to the team, and although Saliba scored an incredible goal for us in one of those matches, we're going to put Tah in for him. Okay, so he's now all trained up and ready to go. 188 defending, 166 physical, plus 136 pace. this. That is crazy. We could have gone for a better attacker, but defense is really important, and now we have one player to bolster that for us. So at this point in the challenge, I was absolutely flying, and to save you some of the repetitiveness, I'm going to quickly recap the next 3 matches. The first game we were able to win 2-0 thanks to a Shevchenko wonder goal. He's been insane for the team, and although my opponent's team wasn't great, we were able to steal a 105 Dembele from them. Game 2 was a big one because if we won it, we'd be able to steal 2 players from my opponent's team, and luckily we were able to do that. We won 2-1 thanks to one of our new signings, Vini Jr. And luckily the team we played against had 2 fullbacks that would allow us to really upgrade both positions, so we picked up João Cancelo from them as well as Caceres. Finally though, in game 3 we played a fairly decent team as well as player, but luckily we got the rage quit 1-4-0, once again in large part due to Shevchenko's 2 incredible goals, and because of that we were able to steal one of the best keepers in the entire game off them, Lev Yashin. So after those 3 matches, our team was looking like this, pretty good, but let's now get into another match. So far we've been pretty successful with our matches. Can we get another one in a row? This time we're facing a pretty decent team. They had Pirlo in there as well as McGregor, both of which would be great center mid options, so if we win this match, maybe we have to go for them. Cut back, finesse shots, can we get it first time? What a goal from Shevchenko, wow. Dembouz is away, perfect, keep going, keep going, keep going. Stay behind the ball, Shevchenko, or Fede, okay. Fede, don't screw this up, man, don't screw it up. Okay, we got the second goal. Bellingham, what an interception. Up to Vinicius. He should be away. Perfect. He's too quick. Get the finesse shot off. There you go. 3-1, and that should be game. Ball here to Dembele. Can he get his first goal for the team? We should be able to get it done. Perfect. 4-1. And with that win, we're now up into World Class 2, which is pretty good. That's also now our 5th win in a row, which means if we get one more, we get another 2 choices of players to steal. But for now, the player we're going to take from this opponent is going to be the captain's event McGregor. And the player he's going to replace is 89 rated Vitinha. So he's now trained up and ranked up, 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, great traits, as well as insane stats with the 151 dribbling, 139 pace, 131 defending, and great passing. He's an amazing addition to the team, and now all we need is 2 more wins to fill up our final 3 positions, but we have to hope that our opponent's team is pretty good. Here is my next opponent's team. They have some decent players, although they do have a center back in at center mid, which is not a good look for us, but maybe we could use that player in our center back position. Vini Jr. here once again though. Can he stick with it? Yes he can. Cut inside, look at that. Beautiful, finish it off. 1-1. McGregor here to Shevchenko. I'm going to hit a first time shot. Look at that, we're now up 2-1. And there you go, that's the final score. Let's get our 2 players to steal. Okay, so I thought this team was better than it actually is, but there are 2 players that I will take from here, and that is the anniversary event Vidic here, which we get for free. Everybody got him for free, as well as Pirlo, assuming I still have both of them. Luckily, I still have Pirlo, so he's going to be added in at the left center mid, and I still have Vidic, so he's now our new left center back. Alright, so we've trained them up quite a bit, and now the final position to go for is center attacking mid. Hopefully the next opponent we face has a pretty good team. Okay, so from what I could see, their team looked pretty good, like 112, 113 rated. So the players we could choose from look very, very good. Grimaldo might be the one that we go for. Although if my eyes aren't mistaken, they might have Ballon d'Or Mbappe, and I might want to go for him over a center attacking mid, even though I have Shevchenko. Mbappe is just a demon in this game. But we are away here with McGregor. Can he finish it off? Yes, he can. 1-0. Alright, McGregor here got a skill move off. Oh my gosh, he's away. He's away. Can we finish it? Yes, and that should be the win. There you go, we've won the match, and man, Mbappe was terrorizing me, but now I could go out and terrorize others with him. And with that win, we're now up into World Class 1. So despite Grimaldo and Francescoli being very tempting choices for center attacking mid, I'm instead going to go with that Ballon d'Or Mbappe to secure us the best striker, or one of the best strikers in the entire game. So Mbappe is going to go in for Shevchenko. I could put him in at left wing, but Vinny has been doing so well, I actually want to keep him there, so instead we're going to put him there at striker. Although the later we get into this grind, maybe I'll consider putting Mbappe on the left and having Shevchenko up on the top, just so we have a little bit more pace between the 2 attackers, but for now we're just going to leave it as is. But let's now get into our next match and secure ourselves a good center attacking mid. And now we go on the right foot. There you go, 1-0. Oh no, that's not good. No, we lost. And that is the end of the match. Let's get into the next one and restart our win streak. So my next opponent looks like they have about a 116 overall team. This would have been perfect for a 2 steal. And oh my, look at those players. Iniesta, Arda Güler. Wow, what a team. Hopefully we could win this game and get one of those players from their team. Into Mbappe, skill move, past the defenders. He is fast enough to get away. Can he get the shot off? Yes, he can. 1-0. Vinny Jr. Cut inside, finesse shot. Yes, I don't know how we pulled that off. We got our second goal. And with that, we've got a rage quit as well. So the final score was 4-0. Let's now go take one of those incredible players off my opponent. And the player I'm going to go with is one that is incredible and surprisingly was actually a free-to-play player, and that is the captain's Iniesta. This card is broken. There you go, we've added him to the team, and now we have a full all-round very good team that could compete with players in Legendary 5 and so on. So the hope is now that we could get into these games and only pick up players that would really help out our team, especially in positions like left wing, center mid, center back, and maybe the fullbacks as well. Plus, if we get lucky enough to face one of the biggest attackers in the game, a Cristiano Ronaldo, a higher rated Mbappe, those are going to be guys we could also pick up, which would make this a lot more fun. But with that out of the way, let's now get into the next match where we can secure Legendary 5 as well as a new player. Alright, here is my opponent's team. They have Mohamed Salah at right wing. That would be amazing to get. But they also have Vitinha at center mid, who is one of the best center mids in the entire game. Oh no. Oh no. Wow. Good goal. I'm going to have to find a way to get this ball to Mbappe though. Okay, that was an unlike... Wow, we actually pulled that off. I did not think that was going to happen. Iniesta to McGregor to Mbappe. Mbappe's skill move. He should be faster than the defender. Yes, get past them. Finish it off. No, but can we get it with Dembele? Yes, we can. 2-1 in the 77th minute. No, these over-the-top through balls are killing me. No. So unfortunately we get a draw there. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, let's see what we're coming up against. And we have, wow, okay, Rivaldo, Lamine Yamal, incredible players. I'd like to take either one of those two. All right, we are away. They have no fullback. Into Mbappe, or Iniesta rather. Finesse it. Finesse it. Finish it with a finesse shot. We got the goal. Mbappe is away. Mbappe, hold off the defender. 2-0. And that is the end of the match. I was fighting for my life. Whoever they had at left wing was an absolute demon. I don't even remember, but whoever that was, we might have to pick them up. In saying that, we have now reached Legendary 5. This is where things are going to start to get pretty crazy because the teams we could start facing are going to be insane. But first, let's see who we should take from them. I am really tempted to go for that Rivaldo. I mean, he was cooking me all match. But what might be a little bit more important is actually going for a better center back like Marquez, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Now, I was really thinking hard about that. Rivaldo was cooking me all game and it would be great to have him in the team, but Vinny has done so well so far that I think it would be pointless to replace him right now. Although if we do get matched up against Rivaldo again, I will definitely take him and maybe put him over at right wing. But now that we have lockdown center backs from now until FC Champion, it's time to start upgrading the other positions like the fullbacks, our center mid, and definitely our right wing. Dembele is great, but not good enough. So let's get into our first match of Legendary 5, and hopefully we could win it to take our winning streak up to 2 matches. So what's my opponent's team looking like? And wow, very good players. They have one of the new players in there, the center back Chiellini. He would have been incredible. I now wish I went for Rivaldo, but it is what it is. Oh, they just gave the ball to Mbappe. Oh wow, 1-0. And luckily we actually won from that goal. So let's go get a player to steal. And now is a great time to point out that it's currently 6:11 p.m, which means we're about 2.5 hours into the challenge. But the player I'm going to go for is a bit of an oddball with the team and how good it is. Verts would be amazing, but I am getting cooked down the right, so instead I'm going to go for Dumfries, who has a great card all around. So he's now added to the team. I'm going to train him up, and then we're going to get into our next match where we could hopefully win our 3rd game in a row. Alright, what kind of team are we coming up against? Wow, very good. It is more of a free-to-play team though, so there's not going to be as many players we could buy, but alright, can Mbappe get through here? He should be able to. Yes, he's past both defenders, and cut back, left foot, there you go, 1-0. I'm going to cut inside, pass it to whoever's making the run of the box, Iniesta, and what a goal. Wow. Wow, they pulled their keeper. Can we somehow score this goal? We should be able to. Yes, we do. What a crazy goal. Into Mbappe. Mbappe using a little bit of that joystick dribbling. Laid off to McGregor. McGregor up to Dembouz. Dembouz finesse it around the keeper. 4-0. And there you go. We've won the game. We're going to get 2 players to steal from this team, as well as the promotion up into Legendary 4. So here's the team that they were using. Pretty good overall, but I think I might actually just leave it. Unfortunately, this is going to be one of the times where we're going to have 2 steals on a team that we actually don't want to steal any players from. So that is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Let's now get into our next match. Hopefully my opponent, this team, has a better team, because they should. Yeah, oh my. They have Pele, Barcola, Dembele, Maradona. Wow. If we win this match, we will be spoiled for a choice, so let's make sure we do it so that we get a crazy upgrade. They just gave the ball away to to Mbappe. We did not get the first shot, but we did with Iniesta. 1-0. Alright, we won that match 1-0, got pretty lucky. Let's now go steal one of their players. Alright, so this is the team that they were using, and they mainly have 3 players that I would love to go for. The first is that 113 rated Nuno Mendes. This card is incredible, but João Cancelo has been pretty good so far. The second would be, of course, Diego Armando Maradona. What a player in game. His stats would be incredible, but I think the position we have to go for, because we currently don't have a great player in it, is Ousmane Dembele Ballon d'Or. As you can see, fully ranked up and trained up, he has almost 200 pace and still has that 5-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot, so we're going to add him to the club. So he's going in there. Now I have to rank him up and train him up. So here are what his stats look like for now. 191 pace, 181 dribbling. This card is going to be broken. We now have a perfect front 3 of Ballon d'Or players, but with that, let's get into the next match. So I got into some more matches, 7 to be exact, and unfortunately at this point in Division Rivals, things were getting really sweaty, and I came up against a lot of really good teams that had great players that I wanted to steal, but also a lot of really good players. And of course, with my luck, out of the 7 or 8 matches that I played, I was only able to win 3, and only 2 of them had players that I wanted to steal. But the 2 players that we did get were incredible. The first of which being Hamsik. I haven't tried him out in the game yet. He's a card I've wanted to use for a while. He has great stats, so we put him into the team. And then the other card that we were able to steal was an upgraded Nuno Mendes. What an incredible left back, but we got his new Ballon d'Or card for this team. Now during these 7 or 8 games, I did also change up the formation to 4-3-2-1 to see if I could get something different going with the tactics, but regardless, the games are getting tough and we only had a few more games left to play to reach the goal and complete this challenge. Alright, let's see who our next opponent is. Eusebio, Bale, Zidane. Very good team. All these teams have been really good and all these players have been really good, but if we do manage to score or win against one of them rather, we will at least be able to steal one of their players. I don't know who's that defender. How are they as fast as Mbappe? It makes no sense, but whatever. Hamsik here, get a shot off. What a goal. Wow. Under crazy pressure, we got away with it. I think I'm going to go finesse shot. Yes. Okay. 2-0. All right, let's go for a header. Finally, we were able to score one with Marquez 3-0. And while I let the AI play the rest of this match, I might as well show you it's currently 7:48 p.m. So we have about an hour left on this challenge for us to hit FC Champion. And that's the end of the match. Let's now go steal one of their players. So their team as a whole is incredible, but I think the player we have to go for is the Rivaldo instead of having Vinny Jr. up top. Vinny's been amazing, but this guy's clearly a demon. So he's been added to the team, and if we check out the stats, trained up and ranked up just once, 172, 160, and 170. Those are crazy stats for pace, dribbling, and shooting. Let's now get into another game, and hopefully this time we could actually make progress through Legendary 3. Alright, here is my opponent's team. They got Son, Pirlo, Barzagli, Zambrotta, tons of crazy players. Let's see if we could win. I don't know what my opponent is on. Holy, I know you're low rated, but actually get a goal here. No shot. Okay. This guy is tweaking. And that is the end of the match. We draw. Let's get into the next one. This guy was one of the best players I've played. Okay, my next opponent's team is about as good as everybody else's has been. Mbappe on the left, Bale on the right. Let's see if we could win it. If we can, we get either one of those guys. Up to Dembouz. I don't know what he's doing on the left side, but that's fine. Top of the box. Finesse shots. Yes. What a goal. We just got to start. I gotta go full tweak mode. Okay, I don't even know what happened there, to be honest. Whatever. Go left. Okay, Rivaldo made a great run, but it's just not gonna be used. And Mbappe, get the shot off. Yes, vamos. Of course we got the kickoff. Of course we got the kickoff. Lovely. Lovely. No, what was that pass? Ooh, no mesh. No mesh. Yes! Vamos! I don't even know how that happened. Good. Over the top. Get there, Mbappe. You're fast. You're fast. Use your speed, Mbappe. Vamos! Now we're cooking. And we got the rage quit. Oh, I could finally exhale. And there you go, we have the win. Let's now go pick up Mbappe. Now, although we already have an Mbappe, getting this version here is just next level. My opponent hadn't fully trained him up, but when fully trained up, he's outrageous, and luckily on this account, I have a fully trained up Mbappe. So I'm gonna add him into the team at striker, replacing our other Mbappe, and if you look at these stats, fully ranked up, trained up, 197 pace, 199 dribbling, 173 shooting. This guy is outrageous. We don't have much time left, it's now 8:08, we have 40 minutes left. Hopefully we could do it in that time, but you never know. This is my opponent's team. I don't think there's anybody in there that I would like to take, but if we win the match, I'll check. Doesn't matter this time, we're just going for it. Mbappe, skill move, gets around them. Put on the right foot, penalty, red card, no, Maguire. Never mind, not a penalty, free kick, I might have missed that. No, we did not, we got the goal with Rivaldo. Okay, good goal, good goal. Alright, beautiful ball into Dembele, get the shot off, perfect. 2-1. Wow, good goal. Good. I mean, there was nothing I could really do to that one. Okay, Mbappe. What a turn. Beautiful, get around them. Back across. There you go, playing like a rat. Mbappe scoring the third goal. How did he even get through? No, I don't know where my defender stopped following anybody. Look at it. He just walks into the center. What even happened? And that's the end of the match. We lost another one. So that is another loss on the books, and unfortunately it's going to be the final match of this video because it's currently 8:15 and there's no way time-wise I'd be able to reach FC Champion now. So it really is unfortunate, but in the end we ended up creating a very good team that played really well, was fun to play, and got us pretty far considering we are currently on the day of the division rival reset where everybody who's decent at the game is in the legendary ranks. So I think we did pretty well. I had a ton of fun. Mbappe and Dembele, of course, were the main highlights. Anyways, I had fun making this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, push up a like. If you're new, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.